So this video is all about creating skin tone using color pencils. And rather than using any brown or peach color, we are just going to use red, yellow, and blue, or the primary colors. Now, I know that in my classes, those of you who are working on self-portraits, many of you are embarrassed by your photos or uncomfortable having your photos out. So I thought it would only be fair if I work from one of my school photos. So this is the photo that I will be working from. So I will go ahead and sketch that up, and then we can get started on using color pencils. So here is my sketch that I will be working with. The first thing that we want to do is test out our skin tone. So I'm going to apply yellow first, just because it's the lightest. And I want to gradually build up my colors. So yellow, red, and then blue. And you'll notice that I am applying color very lightly at first, using the side of my pencil to get a lighter mark. I'm also turning the page each time using my cross-hatching technique. Cross-hatching is where you make marks in one direction and then make new marks in a different direction. And this will help you blend your colors. Now, your self-portrait isn't going to just have one skin tone across the entire face. So it's a good idea to try different tones because you will have areas that are lighter, areas that are darker, depending on where the light is hitting your face. You may find a certain area of the face will have more blue or a more orange shadow. So try building up your colors slowly, get different skin tones in. One thing you want to avoid is going too dark too quickly. Because these are colored pencils, they are a bit waxier and they won't blend as well as maybe your normal graphite pencils. So here's what happens if you go too dark too quickly. So you can see I'm applying more pressure. I'm using the tip of my pencil rather than the side of the pencil. I've already got a dark yellow, which makes it more difficult to add my other colors. So already it's not blending as well or ending up with a more sort of cartoonish color, which we want to avoid. So we don't want to look like a Simpsons character or Shrek. So remember to blend and to layer up your colors very slowly. Okay, so now I'm going to start applying color to my face. I think it's a good idea to start in a darker area in your photo. So I'm choosing this side of my face that has a darker shadow. This way, if I go too dark too quickly, I'm still working in the shadow. So it's a good idea to start around maybe the sides of the face or where you see a shadow, so you can really get a handle over how to build up your colors slowly. So I've added my yellow, my red, and now my blue. And you can start to see a little bit of skin tone coming through. If you find that maybe you are going to blue, you can always go back and add some more yellow, add some more red to make it more neutral. And remember, to make a brown, you want to mix colors that are opposite each other on the color wheel. So if it was too blue and I need to make it more brown, then I would want to add an orange or a yellow and red. if I end up with something that's maybe a bit too purple, I can add some yellow, which is opposite the color wheel, and that will make it more neutral again. I'm using a dark blue pencil here because this is quite a dark shadow. Before I was using maybe a lighter blue pencil, but this is more of a sort of darker, allowing me to get the darker shadow that I want. Now I'm going to start to look for other shadows, other darker areas within my portrait. So I'm working around the eye here because I see some nice shadows just above the eye and just below the eye as well. And you may find certain shadows, like the one under my eye, there's a bit more blue there, so I'm adding more of my blue pencil here. Now, looking at my eye, although my eyes are blue, in this photo there are actually lots of different colors that I can see here. So I'm still going to mix my three colors together. I might use a bit more blue and a bit more yellow, but I still want to mix these colors together to achieve a more natural look, because although my eyes are blue, they aren't going to be the same blue as a color pencil that I just pull out of the box. So the same goes for eyebrows and hair and lips. We want to keep mixing these colors together and just adjust the ratio or the amount of one particular color. So working on my lips, I'm using yellow. I will use mostly red, but there's a bit of purple that I can see as well. So I'll have some blue and red to make up the shadows of my lips. So here's what I've done so far. I still think maybe I could add some more yellow and red and keep going back over my work, but overall I'm pretty happy with it. And if you look closely, you can still see the primary colors that I've used, my red and my yellow and my blue, which are all working together to help me achieve a more natural looking skin tone.